And in that vein, I think one of the things that President Trump has done that they didn't have the guts, I'll use a nice term, on the left to do over the past 4 years to do, was that President Trump issued a travel ban for 12 countries and restrictions for 7, barring foreign nationals who are not properly vetted. So on Wednesday, he signed a proclamation reinstating and expanding a travel ban aimed at restricting entry into the United States from countries deemed to pose significant national security and public safety risks who do not properly vet visas. I think that needs to be said again. These are from countries who do not properly vet visas. We can't have people coming in this country unvetted or improperly vetted because they cause problems and it is dangerous. This action, of course, came in response to an illegal alien with ties to terrorism firebombing a peaceful pro-Israel rally in Boulder, Colorado. Of course, we all know Sunday a week ago. Here's the full restriction list: Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, Sudan, Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Iran, and Eritrea. I don't even know where the hell that is, I'll be really honest. But either way, President Trump thinks that that's a problem. His security team and his advisors have said these people are not properly vetting individuals who are given visas to come to the United States. And Mary, I've got to tell you something. I have zero problem with this. This makes me, as an American, as a mom, as someone who wants to be able to go all across the United States, take my children all across the United States and feel safe about it, this makes me feel so much better that somebody is doing the right thing. Remember in the first Trump administration, the hysteria over the travel ban, how Donald Trump was called racist for it, how they threw all this crazy stuff at him. He's not even playing that game anymore. He's like, I really don't care what you say. My job as commander-in-chief and as president is to keep Americans safe. It's not safe for these countries to send people over here right now. We need a better process in place. Otherwise, we're saying no.
Absolutely. You know, I remember when that came out and everybody, all of my left-wing friends were like, he's creating a Muslim ban. He hates Muslims. I'm like, no. He hates terrorists. There's a huge difference between the two, unless you just conflate Muslims with terrorism. I mean, that's not what I'm doing.
That sounds pretty racist to me, by the way.
Exactly.
Mary.
No,
yeah.
I think that this is really great. I wrote about it on Friday. I was kind of shocked about the fact that we hadn't seen, this was of course before LA blew up, but we hadn't seen any riots. We had originally they blocked LAX, they blocked DFW, they blocked Reagan Airport. They did all of these huge protests that really caused a lot of financial damage to people. And we didn't really see it. I think the most I saw on it was CNN was like, he equated it to, or he added it on to like the Colorado terrorism thing, but without specifying that the guy who committed that crime was from Egypt. And of course, Egypt is not on the list of this. And they were like trying to get a gotcha type, thing. And I was just like, one, you're insane. So you want him to add more? Like, you're telling us that this is a bad thing, but then now are you suggesting he should add Egypt onto the list? And then two, within the proclamation, it said this list is not final. Actually, it's subject to change depending on how these countries cooperate and which ones decide to lower their vetting process. So I think that it's great. I think that this is so common sense. It's something we should have been doing from the beginning. You have to ask yourself why Democrats thought this wouldn't be a good idea. Like, why are we accepting people into our country that haven't been vetted properly? We know why, because they want to sow terrorism and fear. But, I think that the idea of Trump being the dad and coming in and being like, hey, listen, enough with the nonsense, kids, separate, and we're going to finally clean the house today, is a great time for America.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.